Okay, gang, we are now talking about adding and subtracting decimals. We are on page 116 in your Go Math book. We have skipped 5.1. We are going right into 5.2 because I think most of you know how to do long division. And I think that this will be a fairly quick and easy lesson. I don't think it's going to take you much to do this. So this is on page 116. We're looking at adding and subtracting decimals. Now, the biggest thing that you have to remember when you're adding and subtracting a decimal is that your decimals have to line up, okay? That's the number one rule that you must remember when adding or subtracting. Notice I'm going to say that again. Adding or subtracting, your decimals must line up. Now you can see on this that they have taken the decimals out and they're trying to get you to do what is reasonable. We're not even going to go there, okay? I am more interested in that you know how to do this, okay? So we have the decimals lining up. So you know when you add this that it's going to be those decimals adding up, all right? So we have 54.87 and we have 7.48. All you're going to do is simply add them. So 8 and 7 is 15. Add your 1. See, simple, easy peasy, guys. You should be able to just snap this right off, okay? So we have 12, 13, carry, decimal. Make sure that you drop that decimal. So now we have 12 and 1, so we have 62.12. That doesn't look very good, does it? Okay. Is that a 2 or 3? I can't even read my own writing. 15, that'd be 12, that'd be 13. Let's make sure that's right. So 62.35. So 62.35. Okay. Same thing looking at the subtraction. I really don't think that you need me to go through this, but we'll do on the adding. Let's do this together one more because it might be, it might throw you a little bit. So if you're doing 2.19 and 34.92, it's exactly the same thing, folks. You have to do your decimals in place, okay? So we have 2.19 and then 34.92. Notice everything lines up. It's all lined up, okay? If you feel better having a placeholder, put a placeholder in. I don't usually use a 0 because I think that tends to throw me off. I usually don't put anything in there, but if you need to put something in there, figure out what works best for you. Maybe you just put a big X there. It's up to you, okay? So make sure your decimals line up. Make sure your numbers line up in their points. So this would be ones, tenths. This one would be tenths and hundredths, all right? It's important to understand that you understand where these numbers fall on the number line or in relationship to whole and fractions. So this would be a fraction of a whole. This would be a whole. Okay, so 9 and 2 is 11. And we have another 2. That's an 11. Notice I automatically put in my decimal point. Automatically. Okay. And so then we have 6, 7. So nothing up here. So we have 37.11. Does that make sense? I hope it does. It's the very biggest thing that you have to remember to do is to put those decimal points together. And now I notice that this one is showing a 0.2. This is number 5, 0.215. Now, look at where our numbers are at in relationship to wholes and fractions. Look at what you have here. You have wholes or fractions. So, this is going to be a whole, just as this is a whole. You have 7, 4, but you have 2, 1, 5. So here's what you do. You put your 0.215, and then your 3. Always go out to your whole number because you've got to line up that decimal, okay? And 7, 4. Do I need anything under the 5? No, it's just like this one over here where I put an X in. I can either put a 0 in here or an X to hold the spot, okay? In this case, let's go ahead and use a 0. Maybe that'll make more sense to you. So we are adding. So that's 5, 5, 9.3. Easy peasy. I hope that that makes sense to you. Remember, you can always pause this, go back and look. Rewatch it. That's the whole idea behind it. But the big thing is that I want to say is make sure that if you have questions that you text me, put it into the comments, send me an email, anything like that will work. And I say text because that's what we all do these days, but it's actually an email that you need to send me, okay? So now let's take a look at subtracting. Exactly the same thing. They must line up. Okay, so number 6, 9.73, 716. I'm not going to subtract it for you this time because I think you guys know how to do this. Just notice these have to line up, okay? Now let's look at one. Let's look at this other one. We have the same thing as far as finding your place values. Look at this, find your place value. So let's write number 7 out. We have 18 decimal, there's my decimal, 419. Okay? And then we have 6.47. Well, here's my whole. 6 is a whole, so it's going to go under the 8. Decimal. 47, we don't have. Add the 0, okay, because it's not going to matter when you're subtracting. Even if you're subtracting or adding, you can put a placeholder in. That's okay. So it's still going to be 9, whether that 0 is there or not. We can't take anything away from it. We do have to take away from the, we can't take 7, so we have to change this to a 3, okay, and we have to take from this as well. Come over and take from that to finish doing this. So we have 4 from 13 is 9. Oh, we didn't do this one for, hold on. Oh, I just messed up really bad. Did you guys catch it? Let's do this again. I forgot the 1 and the 7. I got so excited over here that I forgot to finish what I was doing. I didn't finish my thought process. So let's finish my thought process. We have to add. That gives us a 2. That makes this a 3. Then we can borrow. Okay, so that makes that 9 dot. Notice I said dot. That is not the right terminology. It is a decimal. And 6 from 17 is how much? 6 from 17 is 9. So our answer is 9.929. Sorry I messed you guys up on that one. That was pretty bad. But as you know, I sometimes do that. I make mistakes. I get ahead of myself. I get so excited about what I'm doing, I forget that I haven't done one of the steps yet. Okay, so that's just, everybody's like that. Take a look at number 7. We have the same thing. We're going to be, or number 8, we're going to be putting those decimals in for subtraction. So 5.1 0.006, okay, and 3.2. 3.2. Add your other zeros in so that you hold that place. They must add up. This is a whole, this is a fraction. This is a whole, this is a fraction. That is what it means when you have a decimal. So we have 6, we have 0, we have to borrow. That makes that a 4 and a 10. So that gives us 8. And we have our decimal and 1. Okay? I hope this helped you. I hope that it gives you a good idea of what you're doing. Please do 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Put them in the comments underneath this so that you can tell me what they are. So your example in the comments, it would look something like this. It would say number 9 and then the answer to number 9. So number 9 is 17.2 plus 12.9. What is the answer to that? Notice down here, I want you to notice this, that you can take these and line them up. I find it easier to do a lineup. So number 9 would be 17.2 and 12.9. So when you put this into me, you would say number 9, put a decimal, or put, this would probably be even better, put a parenthesis around it, and then your answer. What is your answer for number 9? The same with number 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So I can see that you are grasping this concept. Don't let number 14 fool you. Number 14, it just says 78. Well, if it just says 78, guess what? There's a decimal. This is a whole number. Okay? All right. Good luck. Let me know how you do. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.